Hello, welcome to another Pendulum Friday here at Soulprint. All right, so guilty, 34 count. Amazing. Um, everybody just take a deep breath, okay? Um, this is I just sort of have a little message. So for people who tend to get really stressed out and frustrated and their blood pressure goes up when with all of this Trump stuff, take a breath. The readers on YouTube are not infallible. We all make mistakes. Nobody has a 100% track record. But I gotta say, me and all the rest seem to have nailed this one. So maybe you can take some comfort from that. Now, for those of you who've been watching me for a really long time, you know that I am not that person that comes on and says, I predicted that and I told you that would happen. Mostly because everything I do, whether I'm using the cards or I'm um, making additional comments with the pendulum, is channeled. And because it's channeled, I tend not to know what the heck I've said, and nor do I turn around and rewatch my videos. So, but there are things I do remember, mostly because they stood out at the time for me. Yes, a guilty verdict. I said that there would be a verdict by the end of the day on Thursday or earlier Friday. I said there was going to sort of be a break, like they're going to go sleep on it or whatever, have lunch, whatever it is, and then come back and do the verdict. And I said that the jury would reach out to the judge 2 times before they announce their verdict. So I think I got those right. Pretty sure. Okay. Speaking of accuracy, et cetera, for those people who are looking for a private reading, I'm currently booking mid-June. And so if you are interested, in the Dropbox below is an email address, soulprint888@gmail.com. Just send me out a quick little email saying, give me the reading information, and I will do that. That is also this channel is all of my social media. Okay. I'm not anywhere else. This is it. And again, for those of you who are new, who might not know, I do not monetize this channel at all. So, feel free to skip through those commercials, whatever else, because I am not taking a dime for this channel. I'm just not. It was a decision I made when I started, and I see no reason to change it now. So, having said all of that, let us get on with the email I got from the amazing Joan, um, who, the amazing Joyce. Good Lord. So that we can get started with Pendulum Friday and move along here. So my first question, because I'm sure it's everybody else's first question, is okay. So now it's ready. All right, here we go. First question: is Trump going to receive a jail sentence as part of the punishment for the 34 felony counts? Yes. I am not going to try to drill down to how long or whatever. I think that those decisions aren't made yet. Sentencing is not until July 11th, so maybe when it gets closer to, I'll be able to get a bit better of a handle. But as of right now, it looks like that is going to be one of the, the word escaped me. One of the things he's going to have to do as a result of the guilty verdict. Alrighty, let's get cracking. Will N5N1, I have no idea what that is, become a global pandemic? No. Will public complaints against Judge Cannon cause the 11th District judges to act? No. Now, unless I'm mistaken, I don't think that they can just swoop in and say, we're getting these complaints, et cetera, we're going to do something. I'm not sure that they actually have the power or the authority to do that. Now, the next question is, will she be removed? So I can't answer that one because I'm not sure about the first one. But what I will ask again is, will Judge Cannon end up overseeing the um, the legal case, the court case against Trump with regards to the documents in Florida? Is she going to be the judge sitting on the bench? No. The next question, does Barron admire his father? I'm actually not going to ask that. I think that kids tend to look at their parents through rose-colored glasses. He is in a family where the behavior is repeated by all the siblings. And I think that I'm going to stay at a Barron's brain. In 1934, the FCC was established, and in 1987, Reagan vetoed it from becoming codified. Seems like that was when the Republicans started their plots of evil. Will the FCC ever be codified so we can rely on the news to be truthful? I don't like the word ever. It's just too broad. So, will the FCC will that be codified before the end of Biden's second term? Okay, I'm getting a no, but I'm also getting that there is going to be a significant shift in news format, how news is delivered, and who can call themselves news and who can't. Will Fox News ever be made to register as a legitimate news source so they can no longer get away with their lies? Okay, again, ever. Will Fox News be made to register as a legitimate news source within the next 5 years? No. I think what you're going to see happen is that Fox News is sort of going to break apart a little bit, and there's going to be like the entertainment section, and then they might actually have sort of a serious news section, but it feels like it's going to be broken apart, and then certain areas or programming, there may be more restrictions on that, but it will be balanced off, I'm hearing, by another area, another Fox affiliate or whatever, where it's just going to you. When 45 is convicted, I loved the way this was asked because it wasn't if, it was when. 45 is convicted in the New York hush money trial and sentenced. Will he be free until appeal? So he's free now until sentencing. And we know from, other people who have been found guilty, they very rarely just schlep them right off to jail, right? There's sort of like and you have to report to jail at this and this date. So is he going to be free until the appeal? That's a yes. Sorry. Will he get home confinement? That's a yes. Will he be confined prison or a medical facility? And that's a yes. So I have to tell you, I don't know if all three things are likely to happen at different times, or the energy right now indicates that that is what is most likely to happen. But that's where we're at right now. The Republicans are filing lawsuits in some states to prohibit the counting of ballots after election night. Will the results of these lawsuits have a negative effect on Dem candidates? No. I have to say, it feels like some of those lawsuits are just not going to fly. What's that expression? That dog don't hunt? Will Trump try to overturn the election again after he loses? It went still. Is the reason that there is no answer is that because Trump will actually not be one of the candidates in that election come 2024? Yeah, that's the answer. So he can't overturn what he's not running. While we're going down this path, question: is the RNC, as a result of all of these felony convictions, he is only the presumptive nominee, will the RNC choose or start planning on replacing him? That's a yes. It's not saying they're going to, it's saying they're going to think about it or start plans. And that's as far as I'm going with that one. Some of this stuff is just too fresh. I mean, what? He was found guilty like a few hours ago. Okay, the energies are still swirling around. During Biden's second term, will his administration move to make electric cars mandatory in the United States? No, and I'm hearing it's too fast. Now, I'm aware of the fact that, you know, they have the technology, electric cars are out there, but as of right now, they're saying within the next 4 years, um, it's a little faster than, honestly, the industry can sort of gear up to, kind of is what I'm getting. Recently, a helicopter crash killed the president of Iran and other top Iranian officials. Was this an accident? I'm getting a no. For entertainment purposes only. Did Nikki Haley endorse Trump to get a VP position? Yes. Will Trump choose Nikki Haley? No. He said too many things that were true about his capabilities, and he's not going to forgive or forget that anytime soon. Will there be another attempt to thwart the counting of the ballots next time in Congress? No. Is Melania a quote red sparrow? Was 45 set up by their union? Okay. I don't know what a red sparrow is. I'm guessing it has something to do with being a spy or something like that. Um, How do I want to ask this? Were there reasons or a plan to get Melania into a relationship / marriage with Donald Trump so that he could be monitored or watched by another country? And that is a yes, and I repeat, for entertainment purposes only. Will Trump outlive his sentence? Interesting question. And as of right now, no answer. Again, I think it's too soon to ask the question. Will benefits open up for seniors before election? That's a really, really broad question, like benefits. So let me ask it this way. Are seniors going to receive any significant relief in terms of financial benefits or assistance prior to the election in November? Okay, I'm getting a yes. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Will rental assistance open up in Maryland funding before election? Will rental assistance open up in Maryland in terms of funding before the election? I'm getting a yes. It doesn't feel like a real strong one, but it's a yes. Oh, goodness. The affordable housing waiting list is 2 to 5 years. Will anything be done about that? What steps going to be taken? Are there going to be government initiatives, city, state, federal, that is going to help reduce the wait time for affordable housing within the next 5 years? Yes. Price gouging. Food size smaller, price higher. Money and food rent, delivery for food and services, add bag fees. Okay, where are we going here? Okay, so the question is long and wordy, but basically what it's saying is there have been all of these fees added connected to food. Either the prices have gone up, or the delivery service charges have gone up, or you know, it just feels like everywhere you look, there's something about it. Now, and the question is, will something be done about this? If I'm not mistaken, Biden is already, there is already a committee or something that is actually looking into this now, and he's already taken some steps, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just going to rephrase this whole thing and ask if there is going to continue to be further um, legislation rules with regards to areas around food and food service. Are they going to be controlled? Okay, yes, but the United States, right or wrong, prides itself on being a country where corporations and making money and commerce are first. They're simply first. They always are first. And that's the way it is. And so it makes it a little harder to sort of push through some of this stuff, because on the one hand, you're kind of impacting a sort of a way. It's not only a way of doing business, but it's an attitude of businesses in the United States. So there's kind of that. Will E. Jean Carroll go for a third defamation lawsuit? Apparently, he did it again. He insulted her over the weekend at some rally. I wonder if that was the rally that he got booed at. Is this going to get pursued? I'm getting a not at this time. It feels like it is still on the table. Has a juror or their family been threatened? And no, and they have not been offered anything for a not guilty vote. Okay. Stop spinning around like a fool, Pendulum. Has any jury or their family been significantly threatened to ensure that they produce a not guilty verdict? No. Will Trump be firing his lawyer, Todd Blanche, after a guilty verdict in the New York case? No answer. I'm going to rephrase this another way. Is Todd Blanche likely to continue to represent Trump in future legal matters? All righty, that's like a great big no. Somebody wanted to know if the comment that the lawyer made in his closing summation when he said you can't send a president to jail. The question is, did he do this on purpose? Yes, but it wasn't. It wasn't to because the next question is, did he do this on purpose to try to cause a mistrial? It wasn't that. It was to just put the thought out there, right? Try to lay another layer of, do you know who you're doing this to? The very same reason that they referred to him as President Trump all the time, right? They were trying to make that something that the jurors would feel like maybe they had to go easier. No. Will Alito be impeached in the next 18? Did you hear that Justice, what the heck is his name? The head guy, Robert, has turned down. He was asked to please attend to some committee meeting to explain stuff like why one of the justices is, flying insurrection connected flags. And he said, no, thank you. I don't want to attend. So, it's going to be a hard thing to try to, at this point, get some movement. And of course, Alito has said he is not going to recuse himself. Will Alito be impeached in the next 12 months? Okay, that's a no. Question. Will Alito still be on the bench 18 months from now? No. Is Chief Justice Roberts afraid of the other justices? No. This is the thing to remember. They don't need him anymore. Right? There are so many conservative justices on the bench that they kind of can push him to the side a little bit because he doesn't need to be the deciding vote the way he has been for a whole bunch of years. And so in some ways, he's lost his edge. He's lost like some of his power because they can just sort of nod their heads and then ignore what he says. Were there really national security secrets hidden in the NFTs that 45 was selling to his fans? No. No. Will Jack Smith bring up a new set of charges against 45 under a different judge? No. Will the 11th Circuit get involved with handling Eileen Cannon before Jack Smith requests that they do? No. Will the January 6th insurrection trial begin before the election? As of right now, that's a yes. And I'm going to ask the final question, which is Trump going to be granted full and complete immunity by the Supreme Court? No. All right. Is there going to be some sort of immunity for presidents? Okay, and that's a yes, unfortunately. All righty. So that's what I know. All right, so these are exciting times, right? He has been found guilty on 34 counts. We can all take a really deep breath now and enjoy the weekend and let go of some of the stress and the anxiety and the worry. And we can remind ourselves that the energy of light and right will very, very mostly always win. All right. Go do something nice for yourself and somebody else over the course of the weekend. I look forward to seeing you here next week. Until then, take good care. Bye-bye for now.